Hi everyone, this is Marissa and welcome back to my channel, The Budgeting Wife, where we talk about all things money, budgeting, and debt-free living. Today I actually have Justine joining us from Debt-Free Millennials, and we are hanging out at FinCon in Orlando. So this is the last day of the conference. We've had an amazing week. Justine and I didn't know each other before this, just like on Instagram, so it's been super fun to meet each other in person. So I just wanted to have her join in and just share her story with you guys. Justine actually also has a YouTube channel, so I'll be sure to leave a link to that below. So after this video, you should definitely head over and check out her channel and subscribe to her. She's awesome and the content she's sharing is amazing, so definitely check that out. So Justine, I just wanted to have you share a little bit with my subscribers and viewers about just your debt-free journey and how you paid off debt, like how much debt you had, and what was that moment that you decided to pay off debt, like enough is enough, this has to get done.
My sick and tired moment.
Yes,
basically.
exactly.
Yes. First of all, love that we became like conference besties during this conference.
So fun.
It's so much fun meeting all these money nerds and just nerding out together.
Yes.
So that's been awesome. But my debt-free journey really started back when I was a sophomore in college, and I received a phone call from my mom. She told me that she had been laid off from Sprint, and my dad is a blue-collar worker. He was working overtime. I have two younger sisters, and they told me, Justine, we can no longer support you financially through school. You are going to have to pick up the slack, find a job, figure out a way how to make this work. And you know, best of luck. We love you and we're gonna support you, but you're gonna have to do this by yourself now. And I remember taking that phone call in my sorority house, and even though there were 125 women in my house, I was somehow alone physically, and then also just feeling alone emotionally. And I remember just bawling and feeling very isolated and almost out of control. And I just started to feel kind of hopeless and frustrated, and I did what any other college student did at that time, which was take out more student loans. I'm sure you know what that's like.
Yeah, no, totally.
And then when I graduated from college, I actually ended up moving back in with my parents, and after that 6-month grace period, I mean, you guys know there's a 6-month grace period before you actually have to start paying back your loans. And I started accruing interest, not just then, but also while in school, and I was oblivious to that. So I received $230 monthly payment notifications in the mail, and I was only making $10 an hour as an intern.
That's crazy. That's so much.
It was so much, and I had no idea how to manage it all, so I started reading books. And that was really my sick and tired moment. I started reading personal finance books, really just thinking and asking myself, I don't know if you've had this situation where I was literally asking myself, is this how adults really live? Is debt really part of the way that I have to live? Is this how I'm going to upgrade my ride? Is this how I'm going to live the high-rise apartment living that I had always dreamed about, that I would always have debt? It was incredibly frustrating and kind of eye-opening, because they don't teach that in school.
No, totally.
Yeah. So that was kind of the sick and tired moment for me. What about for you?
I think for me, the sick and tired moment, like I was going to college, and it was actually during like my freshman year of college when I realized just how much student loan debt I was taking out. And if you guys have been followers of my channel, then you know, but all of our debt was student loan debt. And so during my freshman year, I was like realizing how much debt I was taking on, and it was terrifying to me to think of just like, I knew people who were still paying off their debt and they were like in their 30s, like early 40s, and that was just terrifying. And so then I knew that I wanted to get it done like as soon as possible. And I am thankful that like I had that wake-up call while still in it, but it was a situation where I was like, well, I feel like I can't like leave college, like I need to finish this out. But then I started just like taking on more jobs, like working more, like working tons of hours during the summer. I was an RA my senior year, so that was a great scholarship as well. And then I was able to graduate a year early. And so just that wake-up call when I started college, I was able to make a little bit of decisions and like changes then, but I still graduated with $40,000 of student loan debt. So if I wouldn't have done those things, I wouldn't have been surprised if I ended up with, you know, 50 or more. So
wow,
yeah,
that's insane.
crazy.
Yeah, when I graduated, it was $35,000 in student loan debt, and when I finally did get a salary job, I was only making $33,000 per year.
Yeah.
So if you think about your level of income and your level of debt,
Yeah.
it was nearly like 1 to 1. It's like, how can we make this happen? But then we did.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to pay off all of the debt then?
It took me 2 years and 5 months. I just was like nose to the grind, hustling every single month. At one point, I was putting more than $1,000
Wow.
towards the student loans, and really just remembered to live like I still was living in college.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I wanted the high-rise apartment living, and I ended up moving to downtown Kansas City, but instead of living by myself, which I thought was the plan, I got a roommate. And it was awesome because she had a boyfriend at the time, so she was always gone. She was always at the boyfriend's house, and I was like, yes!
Just paying rent for half of an apartment's worth of rent for you to just live there by yourself.
For the whole entire place.
Yeah.
And we actually had our apartment right above the office, so we actually picked up the office Wi-Fi. Sorry, Plaza House.
Yeah.
But we picked up their Wi-Fi, and I was like, well, the signal's good, so we didn't have to pay for internet.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yep. So it was just those small little tweaks where I still felt like I was able to play the debt-free game. I was all in with my debt-free journey, but I was still making those tweaks where I wanted to live the way that I wanted to live.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Is there like any sort of advice that you could offer someone who just graduated college, realized that they have a ton of student loan debt? What advice would you give to them?
Yeah, so that's a great question. First, I would tell them, make sure that you are mentally all in to do this. If you are not ready to make $200, $300, $400 monthly payments, no matter if it's student loan debt, a car loan, or something bigger than that, maybe it's credit card debt, you have to tell yourself and be committed to that mission of you are never going back into debt again. I think that was the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway that I had when I first started my debt-free journey is that mindset, that mental shift to start to go all in with paying off debt. So that would be the first thing. And then the second thing is to really build up $1,000 in emergency savings. That to me was a security blanket.
Yes. Yeah.
I felt super safe, and I think that's true for not just men and women, but I think women especially. Like women feel safe and secure with the more money that they have. So the more money we have in a savings account, the more safe and secure we feel. We just feel better, and you can go and do your month-to-month expenses, and if something pops up, you have your safety net.
Yeah, totally. No, that's great. Great. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to head over to Justine's channel, Debt Free Millennials. I'll leave a link down below so you can go check her out and subscribe to her channel. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe here as well and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Bye.